Hey, look, pasture cows. I'd like to say I just put them here, nicely. I just got them in this little piece up front here. I'll go over here to the scene of the crime where I can tell you the whole story. So I get a phone call this morning at 20 after 8 from Gina on Maddie's phone. The couple of panels up there, this side of the tractor, Cows managed to get apart somehow. I'm sure it was Molly trying to get a few extra blades of grass under the fence. Had that knocked over. Molly, Ginny, Tulip, they're all running down the road toward Highway 99 over there. Calves in a rye, or yearlings in a rye. Said she got a hold of the neighbor lady. She was coming with her daughters to help them get them back over here anyway. So they came along, chased them down the road, got them in here. I don't know, just blocked over there, and they ran back in from where they got out through my rock foundation here. This barn sits on about 3 feet of rock pile. That's what they built it on. So anyway, when they came back in here, Molly came running through there, down this side, got her head under here, ripped everything off the barn wall, that gate, 12-foot panel, this gate, the water tub, that little 4-foot that's on top of the water tub, that gate, that 12-foot panel, that little blocker that was wired on there, ripped it off the post back there, had everything in a pile right here. I got here, it was a mess. Now it's a half-hour drive for me to come here from work, but so I went back to wiring and straightening and put this back together. Oh, I threw them a sorghum bale to keep them busy over there, but they were all riled up at that point. So I figured I threw up the electric there quick, knocked a couple of posts in and changed a couple of broken pieces of wire and a few insulators that the deer wrecked over the winter. Because once they decide they're going to go out on grass, they will not stay in. These panels need to have posts between them if you're going to expect them to stay here. They're fine in the winter. But of course I got none of this on video, stuff that would really get views. Which reminds me of a story. When I was, I don't know, junior high maybe, 6th grade, 7th grade, I don't know, somewhere in that neighborhood. Some people that lived, this is at my parents' in Michigan. Some people that lived an hour away or so, they decided that, I don't know how they ever met my parents or what the deal was, but they had horses, rode horses, were learning to rope a little bit, that kind of thing. So anyway, one Sunday they're going to come down and see the horses. So we're going to put the horses in the barn just before they get there. So we went out to do that, and if I remember, I think I opened the gate on the far end of the barn. The 108-foot barn had stalls all down both sides. We'd run them in and they'd go back and forth. They're not as smart as cows go into their own stall. Eventually they get there. But so I open a gate in the back to let them all in from the paddock that they stay in wintertime. In and out, we usually put them in at night, put them out during the day, throw hay outside there. Somebody hadn't slid the front door shut yet. So I don't know how many it was, 13 horses I think, maybe more at that time. Stallion or two we had was probably inside, but the rest of them, out the door they go. This is March in the UP. Snowbanks are 6 foot high. Out the driveway, up the road. Go thundering past the people who are coming to see them. My dad's running out the front door. Guy's stepping out of his car. My dad tells him, hop in. Well, I jumped in with him. I bailed in the back seat. It was a 83 Ford extended cab. I bailed in the back seat. They hopped in the front. Horses had a pretty good head start. We went a half a mile north. We caught them going a half a mile west, just before they got to the four-way intersection by my grandparents. My dad got past them, spun a real nice donut in the middle of the icy road, blocked them off, hit the horn. They all turned and ran back the other way. And for some reason or other, they actually went back down the right road instead of going straight. Down the road, turned, went in the barn, bang, slammed the door shut. Guy turns to my dad, and up until this point, he hadn't really said a word. Turns to my dad and goes, "You people put on a pretty good show." Thanks, everybody. Like and subscribe.